Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to look at Daisy in the color Spun Gold. So stay tuned. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Coco and this is Coco's Hair Solutions. Today we're going to look at Daisy. It's a pixie from Paula in the color Spun Gold. I purchased her as part of my series of comparing rooted colors, and she was part of the blonde rooted colors. So that tells you right there that what Spun Gold looks like. I have her sitting right here waiting for us, and you can tell she's got kind of a neutral blondish color on a number 8 root. So the number 8 is a medium golden brown, I believe. Yeah, medium golden brown. And the color description is 22/613. The 22 stands for light blonde. And then the 613 is a little bit more of an ashy blonde, a whiter blonde. So that's where you get this kind of a multi-dimensional appearance of light and dark, not only just from the dark root, but we also have it in the yellow gold part of her wig. In fact, if you watch my video on the comparison of the rooted blondes, you'll know that it was part of the trio of Paula Young colors that looked like yellow gold, rose gold, and white gold. And she was the rose gold example. So anyway, let's take a look at her dimensions and the cap construction first, okay? Alrighty. So we have, first of all, a very nice wide band at the front hairline, covered with that really soft velvet material. The cap is an open cap construction, and we have open wefting on the right and left of center. And then down center and onto the crown, we have closed lace that gives us a little bit more of permatease right in that area, so we can get some volume and height in that area. We have, of course, open wefts all the way around. We have an open extended nape. So that's going to give us a little bit of extra coverage down below. That's going to be really nice. Plus, having it be open is a really nice feature for summertime. We have the Velcro adjusters here on the right and the left. And then we have open ear tabs with the hairs stitched on the underside. So that's going to be really nice when it comes to making it look realistic right along this temple sideburn area. And there's also metal stays in the ear tabs. So I was talking in another video about when we see the stitching of the hairs on the underside of the ear tabs, sometimes they have a tendency to get kind of natty, or they've been kinked a little bit or have box hair to them, and they want to fold backwards into the cap. Put her on a mannequin head like this. Take a fine tooth comb, comb those little hairs forward to straighten them out and lay them down on both sides. Make sure you do both sides. And then you take your hairdryer and you blow heat on that, just to lay them down and get them used to being laid down and going forward. That will help move those and fibers towards your face and allow you to train them the way that they should go. Because sometimes they get caught underneath those ear tabs, don't they? So what I'm doing now is, after I sprayed that, I went ahead and I'm laying them down even a little bit more. And you can do that as much as you need to in order to get it to lay down flat. But remember, you don't want to use high heat on that. And I would do it interspersed with a break. Make sure that you take a break and let them cool down. You don't want to kink or get them so hot that they will melt. That's always a danger. Of course, unless it's heat friendly. Okay, let's look at her dimensions. Let's look at the dimensions of the mannequin head. Okay, let's see. I'm getting too serious here. Alrighty, on the front, she is 3 3/4 inches on the very front, on the very top, It's the same, 3 3/4 inch. The crown is a tiny bit shorter, so it's 3 inches here, but it's the sides and the upper back that are 3 as well. Then when you get down to the nape is 3 inches as well. So if you're looking at this having an extended nape, so you're already getting extra coverage down below your nape line, then you have 3 inches of nape hair back here. You've got a lot of coverage back there. So this girl, if you look at her picture in the magazine, she's right here. You can tell she does have quite a bit of length in the back. So let's see here. Anything else we need to know about her? Let's see. She's 2 ounces, and amazingly, she is available in petite, average, and large. So there's a lot of choices here, not to mention 33 different colors. So this girl is available in a lot of sizes, a lot of colors, and she must be extremely popular because of that. Alrighty, I think we're ready to try her on. So what I have on today is a brand new Jamie Lynn. I just took her out of the box and threw her on. She's a new color for me. And this is Rooted Honey in the Versa Fiber in Jamie Lynn. And of course, I like Jamie Lynn a lot, as you know. Okay, let's go ahead and try on Daisy. Okay, well, look at that. You know, I like this color. I'm surprised. I never would consider a bleached kind of blonde for me. But let's see. Okay, we want to begin by pulling those hairs out on the sides of the face, on both sides. Make sure I get some coverage over here. And of course, because she has the darker root, it would be real easy just to add some darkness on my sideburns as with a root cover. And that would be really, really easy to do. Okay, and I'm going to pull the nape down and pull the hairs out from the nape area. All right, before I do too much, let's go ahead and do a spin and see how she is. All right, how's that length in the back? It feels really nice and long. And of course, 3 inches here, 3 inches on top, 3.5 or 3, yeah, 3.5, 3 inches. Anyway, got some height, and then of course I can feel this permatease right up in here. What you can do is to make sure that you activate that permatease first thing when you get her on. You want to either get your fingers in there or get a wide tooth comb and kind of scrub it and lift it up and have it be a little bit released from the packaging and from sitting in the box and being shipped. So, oh my gosh, she does fluff up quite a bit. So this girl has some really nice height up here. I think she's doing a good job of covering. And of course, you know, I have a little bit of a problem with a lot of short hairstyles, the pixies, because for whatever reason, my head dimension doesn't allow them to cover me very well, but this one does. It really does. And I'm happy with the way that they come across these sideburn areas. Now the bangs are about the right length. And you wouldn't need to trim them, I don't think. I have it right at my hairline with my widow's peak showing out. You could probably bring this down if you wanted them a little bit longer. There's enough fudge room for a 1/2 inch or so, and that would allow you to have a little bit longer bang, or you could take them up a little bit. All right, let's go ahead and spritz her with some water, okay? Let's see what happens to her. Now, one thing that I have noticed with these little pixies, and especially with the ones that have the dark roots, is that once I start playing with the fibers and lifting them up away from the cap, you know, such as what I'm doing right now with spiking the hair, lifting the hairs up a little bit, I find that the darkness from the roots shows quite a bit more, and therefore gives the wig a little bit different hair color. You know, we can keep it all down straight and have it be more blonde and not be able to see a lot of the root. Or we can go ahead and lift the root, or lift the fibers and look at the root so that, oh my goodness, I can pull that up off here. That doesn't look quite so bad, does it? You can see my hairline a little bit. If you do have some hair, you can use that in your wigs. Alrighty, let's see. She's looking kind of fun, just being all spiky like this. And of course, we can take and rake with our fingers. We can come back and give us a little bit of a windswept look, maybe a little more sleek and polished, with the back of the hairline and the fibers going back towards the center of my head. How's this looking? Now it feels pretty nice, and I think it's curved under, isn't it? Well, I wonder if you could flip it out. I'll bet you could take something like my hot air brush and you could flip it out if you wanted to. Or if you really didn't care for it being that long, that would be very easy to trim. You could just take and do it very carefully, you know, being very tiny at first, because we know that doesn't grow back. Or take it to your hairstylist and make sure it's put on your head, the wig is on your head the way that you want it, and then have her trim it for you. It's a simple fix. Okay, besides having this straight up, we can go from one side to the other. We can spike out our bangs a little bit more, even pull them off to the side a little bit. Yeah, that's kind of cute. Gives you a little bit more versatility with that. You wouldn't have to do this, you know, you can leave that up there, and most definitely this front part can manage to move across. We can do it the other direction. Let's do that. See the darkness? Like, it makes my wig color look like it's darker, and so it's not quite so bright. We can leave the bangs the way they are. We can sweep them across. Let's take them a little bit further. Is that going to work? Of course, we have to kind of honor what the wig is able to do. Sometimes these fibers don't want to be moved the opposite way. They want to be left where they were. So we kind of have to honor that, don't we? But we can always work around them. So this is kind of cute too, having the bangs all go off to the side. Isn't that kind of cute? I still like having this come forward. Let's see. We can also, let's see if we can flatten it down. That's also another very casual look. I find that these pixies give us so much versatility. It is so much fun. Okay, keeping that down a little bit, coming forward, straight forward, maybe straight down, a little more casual. How's that look? Of course, we can do all different kinds of things with that backside there. You could even sweep across this way and maybe even continue sweeping the fibers all the way around. God, let's try that. Oh my gosh. All right. Have you seen hairstyles like that where the hair fibers are just, everybody's kind of, it's like the comb over, but you don't need it. Oh, what am I doing? Oh my gosh. Okay. Wow. Maybe this is not such a good idea, but who knows? Maybe you'll come up with something on your own. And of course, straight back, we can do that. Just straight. And that is a good everyday look, isn't it? Oh my gosh, what fun. I'm having too much fun with all these pixies. Oh golly. Have you watched all my other pixies? I have so many of them. You're going to have to go back into my library. And I haven't released a lot of them either. I think maybe by the time this one gets released, almost all of them will be released. So anyway, this is a lot of fun, and I am really happy with this color. I like this medium, cool blonde shade. It's got some versatility. And of course, if you know me, I wear a lot of cool colors. But I'm also starting to wear a lot of warmer colors. I'm not brave enough yet to get something this blonde, but this is a good blonde, I think, because it's that straddle the middle of the road kind of thing that you could take kind of cool or kind of warm, and it wouldn't matter. So if you're someone who likes the idea of trying something kind of blonde, but you've either been too cool or too warm, this might be a great wig to start with, or at least the color. Look through Paula Young's search engine. Go ahead and put in spun gold, and it'll auto-populate with a spun gold wigs. And then click on that, and it'll bring all the wigs up that are available in spun gold. It's a pretty color. I think it's really pretty, and especially for summertime. Oh gosh, all the brightness and the warmth of summer. This is a great wig for that. Well, I think we've just about concluded our examination of Daisy. Of course, you can put headbands. You've got all kinds of clips. You can, change it up with just the styling of it, whether it's wet or whether it's dry. You can use your imagination to create something that's just you. Alrighty, well, thank you so much for joining me today. And thank you to all my subscribers. If you're not already subscribed, please consider doing so. It's a lot of fun, and I appreciate the community that we're building here. And so, thanks again for joining me. We will see you again next time in Coco's Hair Solutions. Bye-bye.